of you have ever seen someone with stress? That's a stupid question, you would say, right? Because who hasn't been in stress in their life? Or who hasn't had any stressful situation? Unless you are a newborn baby, then you don't know what that means, right? So today, we are going to talk about stress and some of the techniques and strategies of how to mitigate it, or at least not let it affect you to the point of getting depressed. Being in Silicon Valley for over a decade in the high-tech industry, I have realized that stress is rampant. There's lots of competition, lots of super smart, super successful people, and they each are trying to race each other to be the next one who gets promoted, to be the next one who gets the raise, or to be the next inventor, or the next one whose name everyone talks about. In this rat race of trying to be the best in this industry, creates a lot of stress, creates a lot of frustration, because not everyone can be successful. Not everyone can be the number one. And we have to realize that, right? And we all are human beings. We all have to realize that we can make mistakes, and that is okay. Nothing to be stressed out about. I can give an example of my friend who was working very diligently on a very important project at one of the major high-tech companies. And he was spending day in and night just to make it successful. And the project was completed successfully, but unfortunately for him, the company was going through some hard times and decided to shelve that project, and everyone got laid off. So not only was he stressed out about getting laid off, but he was also stressed out about the fact that 2 years of his life where he ate and he was breathing and sleeping that project, and no one will even hear about it because it was shelved. And that caused a lot of stress in his life and started affecting his relationships and also his own well-being. He started getting some of the panic attacks. Like every time someone would give him an important deadline, he would, even though he knew he could do it well, even though he knew all the ropes in order to achieve that project or finish that project, still that stress from before would always show up, and he would be so stressed out about it and would almost not make it to the meeting or just get frozen. And that was really bad. And that was leading him to behave irrationally, and also for his peers and his boss to perceive him as someone who wasn't capable enough. And this was not the case though. But how many people we have seen at our work or in our life whom we know that they are smart, they have high intelligence, and they put in the work required to finish it. But still, something happens and they are not successful. And that causes stress. Another reason people get stressed out, especially the grown-ups, are if they have a bad relationship or if someone they trusted and gives them some bad experiences, and unless they handle this experience, it shows on later as a baggage in their life, making them behave differently, making them not take the right decisions, and sometimes even making them get panic attacks. Like I was talking to an individual that day as a coach, and without sharing too much details, can tell you that that person is a highly successful and highly motivated and good person, but hasn't been able to be not only in a successful relationship, but anytime he gets close to one, he gets panic attacks. And that has nothing to do with his current situation. When we went further back into the past and through the timeline, we found out that then when he was a teenager, very, very young, that time, he was totally in love with another woman, and she was just like using him as a fun game. And he found out that she was cheating on him with his best friend. And of course, his heart got broken. And since then, because he hasn't handled that emotion and he kept on focusing more on his career, which was a good thing for him, not to get depressed, but without handling the emotional baggage left by that experience, he tries to portray that in every relationship he has. And when it comes close to getting serious, he gets this panic attack and always runs away. And so the good thing about this is that after a few coaching sessions and using a few NLP techniques, we were able to figure the root cause out and give him enough tools to handle that. And right now, he is in a very serious relationship, which looks good enough to go towards the fruition of getting them married and living happily ever after. So, stress is caused by usually some high emotions, which sometimes we remember and sometimes we don't. Sometimes we have a pattern and we are behaving a certain way and we don't know where that comes from. We almost feel, okay, I always behave that way. But when was the first time you behaved that way? That you have to ask yourself. What was the situation? How did it make you feel? And what was the thing which caused you stress, right? So some of the techniques which can help you not just discover this, but also handle it is meditation. Like I meditate every morning for at least 15 minutes, if not more, to set the day straight. And also sometimes some kind of priming helps. Like if you are feeling stressed out about your looks, you can look in the mirror in the morning and say, "You are beautiful. I love you." Or if you are stressed out about your financial situation, you can think about a financially secure future where you have so much abundance that you can help whoever you want to help without really worrying about it. Or if you have stress about a relationship, then you have to find out, does the stress relate to the current person you are with? And if that's the case, I would say run away from them and find someone who makes you feel more peaceful and more at home. But if that's not the case, as the example I gave you, then you have to go back into your own past and realize, when was the first time you started feeling this way? When was the first time you were stressed out about a relationship? And why did you get stressed out about that? Who made you stressed out? And what were the takeaways from that stress? What was the lesson which, if you had learned, that stress won't happen to you again? So with that today, I would invite you to subscribe to our Happiness Factor channel, join our Happiness Factor Facebook group, as well as on Instagram and Twitter. Until then, keep smiling and join us to get a free happiness questionnaire and connect with us if we could help you have the life of your dreams. Thank you.